This is ONW Carter.
And your girl MK.
You're listening to Scandalous Planet Podcast. I'm literally not watching that.
But why? Like, from the first episode, I promise you I binge watched it for the rest of the time.
I'm not the type of person that just listens to everybody else. Not even that, but just if a whole bunch of people are hyping up a show, I'm not even gonna want to watch it now.
Watching a TV show does not make you a follower. It literally makes you human. It makes you watching good TV. That's literally what it is. It was literally number one on Netflix in 94 countries. You're not beating that. 142 million households.
All of my best TV shows are found when I'm bored and just see them. Never heard anything about it. Boom. That's why I watch cartoons more than anything.
We won't even get into You because you neglected to watch that one also.
I started watching that. I couldn't get into it. But Squid Games, I'm not watching that.
Crazy.
You know why I'm not? Actually, another reason why I'm not watching the Squid Games or Squid Game, because everything that happens in it, I already know. Because trust me, y'all gonna say it.
No, I've been really good about not talking about it.
All the Squid Game fanatics are gonna say it anyways. So for me to be caught up with the show media and to know what's happening, all I gotta do is just
hit your timeline.
That or just like be around anybody who has seen the show or liked the show. Because trust me, they're gonna say it.
We can turn it on right now while we make this podcast.
That makes no sense.
And then we'll
no. I'm just not doing it. Not doing it.
Okay, anyways.
Speaking of spoiler alerts, never mind. By now, everybody's already seen it. I was about to drop some spoilers for that new Venom movie that I just watched.
I'm so jealous. I gotta go see it.
No, that Venom movie was nice. I'm a little behind. I'm a little late, but been out for a little while. But that movie was nice.
I still haven't seen it, so I'm later than you.
And you know Marvel with their end credit scenes?
Yeah.
The end credit scene in that movie was better than the whole movie. But that movie was good. That movie was nice.
You said Spider-Man's in it, kind of?
We doing spoiler alerts?
That was a spoiler alert.
Because I can tell you right there.
No, I just want to know what's in the movie or not. That was
Spider-Man is in that movie. Well, Peter Parker is in that movie.
Okay. Nice.
Kinda. Not really, but he's in there. So, if you ain't seen it, watch it. Today's episode is supposed to be about gender roles. So we'll talk about those.
Which don't exist anymore.
They don't.
So we'll just hit that now.
They exist. Should they? Do I believe in their importance or their need to be here? As far as I'm concerned, they don't have to be here. We don't need them. I stay away from them because
everybody should be able to do the same thing as everybody.
What use do they have? What use do they have in today? We've learned over how many years that all they do is just hold back.
Divide?
I wouldn't say divide.
I would.
We'd be all still here. But
no, but that's not what...
They have hindered a lot of progression. They've hindered a lot of progression. And so a lot of stuff didn't get done because everybody's worried about that's a guy thing to do. That's a girl thing to do.
Well, I would definitely say those times are over.
I wouldn't say they're over. I wouldn't say they're over at all. They're not over, but
I would say for the most part, because what
you
you cook, don't you, Carter? You cook, don't you?
I can cook. Do I cook? Not often. Not often. I can, but I don't.
I don't need somebody to work on my car. I can work on my own car.
I can make me a sandwich.
Good Lord. Oh my
I can
God.
make a fire grilled sandwich though.
So you feel like in today's like society and everything, obviously, it is more acceptable for the woman to approach the man than the man approaching the woman.
What'd I say?
Just answer the damn question, Carter.
I said I don't believe that gender roles should be practiced anymore. There's no use for them. So I wouldn't say I believe that it's more acceptable for a man to approach a woman. It's more common, but
I appreciate a
doesn't
man
matter.
who approaches me
Does
first.
not matter. And that stuff starts from birth.
What do you mean?
That stuff starts from birth. Actually, it starts from before birth.
Explain. Let's go.
Because
let's chop it up.
Because they be like, your niece or your nephew, they don't fool with you no more. They don't come around you no more. That means you must be having a boy, or you must be having a girl, because all your nieces don't go to you no more, or all, whatever, or like stuff like that. You eating this while you pregnant? I mean, you about to have a girl. Not necessarily.
Well, it's just like,
I don't know about it.
like old school. Like,
they probably just.
Oh, you got heartburn. The baby's gonna have lots of hair. Like, I don't know.
Well, that might. I don't know. That's not the same thing.
Oh my God.
But it's just like that. And then when you hit birth, it's like you automatically forced into the whole pink and blue. My son wore pink in the hospital, and he left the hospital with pink on. It doesn't matter unless, like, the clothes literally say, "I am a girl" or "I am a boy" on it.
Oh, I would agree with that.
It doesn't matter. A little boy can wear flowers if he wants to.
No, I agree with all that. I was just stating that, like, I appreciate being approached by the man, opposed to me having to do the approaching. I just personally appreciate it.
Appreciation, and then, like, that being their job to do it is two different things.
Nope, it shows leadership though. It shows leadership
though. Okay, but guess what? A woman should show leadership as well.
Yeah, she should, and
because
given the chance, she probably will.
What you talking about? People actually are thinking, if not directly out and open, they're thinking the same thing, that gender roles are going away or should go away. For the most part,
I don't necessarily think gender roles should go away in some situations. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think in some situations, I do still appreciate certain things.
Okay, but appreciating and making that a gender role is two different things. That's your personal preference in your own life.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm on here talking about.
Because think about it. One of the requirements to become a president of the United States, one of the requirements used to be male. You used to have to be a male. But guess what? We have a woman vice president.
Yes, we do.
If the current president passes away, guess what? We have our first woman president. And they used to say, no, a woman cannot be president of the United States.
Not just because men want the power so they can control everything.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's just
Yes, it
because
is.
that was how it used. That's how it was.
That's for a totally different podcast.
Huge part of gender roles, and plus, it's not all just men pressing these gender roles either, because women downgrade themselves using gender roles as well.
Enlighten me, Carter. I'm so
They have, and sometimes they do.
okay.
Women won't try to do certain things because that's a boy thing or that's a man thing.
Where are these women living at? I fixed my own car. Good Lord.
Look at again. We original people out here. We're not like the rest of them. So, like, for you, of course, you're not going to be able to relate to those women.
No.
But they're out there.
But it's crazy because I'm not that kind of woman, but I still feel like in some situations, I would prefer the man to do it. I don't have to have him do it, but I would prefer a man take the trash out. I get tired of taking the trash out. I would prefer somebody come pump my gas for me.
Okay, pumping the gas, that's doing too much, because that literally takes little to no effort.
No, it's a pain in the butt. It just is a pain.
Okay, so personally, if I'm with a woman and we pull up at the gas station, I'll pump the gas, or I'll have.
You won't even have her get out the car, right? Or she'll go pay and you'll pump the gas?
If she goes pay, she goes pays. But a lot of the time, especially if it's my lady, I don't usually like letting her go in there by herself anyways. Which is kind of counter from what I just said of like gender roles.
But she appreciates it though, right?
It's not putting a role on them or saying that she can't handle herself. It's just like, what if I just want to be with her when she goes in there? Or I don't like sitting in the car by myself. Unless I get in the car by myself on purpose to be by myself. But if I'm with somebody else in the car and they leave the car, I don't want to sit in the car because I initially got in the car to be in the car with another person. If I choose to go off one by myself, I'm going to be by myself. But if I'm with somebody, I don't want to sit in the car by myself.
It's like if I go to the grocery store and I do all the grocery shopping and I bag everything and I put it in the car and I drive home, I don't feel like I should have to unload the car. I feel like my significant other should come out and do it.
Well, who says you have to shop anyways?
Nobody said I had to, but I just take that role on.
So then if he, or, if a male goes shopping and stuff, he can just walk right on up in the house, got the milk and eggs still chilling in the car.
Probably about 5 bags on each arm. Yeah, because you know what? You bring me groceries and I'm going to cook some dinner. That's
absolutely
what we're gonna do.
Not.
That's
you
what
didn't
we're
even
gonna
hear
do.
what I said. I said he goes shopping and he just walks in the house, got all the groceries in the car still, and he says, "Your turn. I shopped. You can bring them in." That's disrespectful.
I would not say that. I would not.
You would be like, excuse me?
Okay.
What you mean, your turn? You can bring them in. I went shopping.
I might respond with that. Or I might respond with, how much is it?
Why didn't you just bring it in when you got here?
Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Jeez.
But then you go shopping, you come back, and your husband is there, and you kick back and start eating the grapes that you just bought, and you like,
can you go get the rest of the
go get the groceries. You brought in your one water bottle and your little thing of grapes, and you left all the groceries in the car.
Okay, so I am gonna do what you just said.
You only brought your stuff in, but then had him go get the rest.
And when he starts complaining, I'm gonna be like, "Stop complaining. I'm gonna cook dinner. Just go get the groceries. And I'm gonna cook dinner, and then hopefully he's gonna do the dishes afterwards." Tag team. I can see where this seems like he got all the unfun. I can see where it just sounded like he got all the crap jobs, but
on a comical note, the men usually do get the bad jobs, the unfun jobs. Y'all get to cook and smell the. Well, if that's what y'all choose to do,
I was just about to say, cooking is not fun. It's not. I can do
you
it,
get to smell all the
but it's
goodness
not
and
fun.
get the taste tests in, and you singing and dancing with your. You get to make the food how you want to if that's
When
what
I'm
you're
happy, I do
doing
that.
for that day. If you're the one that's cooking that day.
I'll bring you your plate.
That don't
That's
make up for me
nice.
having to scrub off the.
Nice.
That would not make up for me having to scrub off
Me
the.
making dinner, making your plate, and bringing it to you wouldn't make up for you rinsing. Hold on. What
That
are you
ain't
scrubbing?
rinsing.
Rinsing
That's
with
not
hot
even
water
rinsing with hot water.
off the plates.
Because what if she can't cook? And you gotta scrape burnt stuff off the bottom of the pan.
Well, hopefully while she was at the grocery store, she got some of them SOS pads and hooked you up with some Dawn.
No, I'm gonna hook her up with cooking, with order, with takeout, with something. Cause you go grocery shopping, I'm cooking it. Man. Cause if you can't cook, you're not gonna put me on the dishes. Because the reason why you put me on the dishes in the first place is because you know you burnt that food.
No, the reason I put you on the dishes is I literally can't stand dishes. That's just, oh my God. Dishes are horrible.
So what if your husband can't stand dishes either?
Paper plates, baby. Everything. Novice to play.
Garbage.
Throwing everything away and starting in the morning. Fresh
Garbage.
in the morning. Listen,
Literally.
I'm going to get him some gloves. Maybe that's a good route. I might get him some gloves, some of those big ones. Or I'll have him do the dishes, and I'll let him pick one thing that he just hates to do, and I will forever do that thing. Unless it's mowing the grass, I ain't doing it. I'll pay somebody to do it. I'll pay somebody.
That's what usually happens anyway.
I'll pay somebody to do it.
That's usually what
So
happens.
I guess he can pick that as the one thing he doesn't ever have to do again. What's the one thing you would never do again?
What's the one thing?
What's the worst thing in the house to do?
While I'm thinking, put in the comments, what is the one household thing that you never want to do?
Just it's horrible. You would push it off on anybody else if you could.
I don't know. It don't matter.
That's the dishes for
I'll
me.
literally wash the dishes. They need to get washed. I take the trash
It's
out.
the dishes in the refrigerator for me. I just
I
do
don't
not
like cleaning
doing
the
it.
fridge out.
That is a horrible job to do.
But if you
Do it at once a week.
keep up with if you pay attention to what you're doing, you don't need to clean your refrigerator out like that.
No, I just think it needs to be wiped down at least once.
As long as you don't throw your stuff in there, spilling stuff all over the place.
If you got kids, that's inevitable. That's happening. Kids just do not care. They do not give a crap at all. They're like swinging the door open, hanging on the door, swinging on it, back and forth, all kinds of crap. Breaking the shelves off.
Well, see, for me, I like to do interior design. That's why a wife I would have would not even want me to clean like that. Because when I get to cleaning the whole house, the house don't look the same afterwards. And I'm not talking about looking way cleaner. I'm talking about when I deep clean, I end up moving my bed all the way over there, moving the TV on the other wall. I got the dresser literally in a completely different place. I done figured out how to hang something up a different way or something. And it will literally not look the same after I get done cleaning. That's why I don't deep clean too often, because when I get to deep cleaning, I become a professional interior designer.
Only if you're going to the Home Goods
And nothing looks the same.
and buying a whole bunch of new stuff and redecorating the entire house.
Nah, I reorganize and redecorate everything with what I got. Almost every time.
Something else I'm guilty of is even though somebody I know cleaned it right before I walked in the house, I literally will never feel like they did it the same way I did it.
And then, well, there's that too, because when it comes to dishes, I don't like how other people wash dishes.
Dishwasher or
Hand wash. I don't like how other people wash dishes. Because I'll pick up something, and if it doesn't look exactly how I would have it, I'm either going to wash it again or I'm not using that one. And then I literally
It's like you grab the cup and you look in the bottom of the cup and you're like, what's this? No, I'm good. We're just gonna wait.
Right, I would literally not drink it.
Look, you have
no.
any disposable cups? No.
That is a no for me. And then I also rinse off everything before I use it. Like, even if I'm making a sandwich, I will literally rinse my plate off and put my bread on the freshly rinsed plate.
That is
and
disgusting.
People are like, dude, how do you do that?
I don't even want to think about it. That's why I don't like doing dishes. Soggy food. Oh my god.
It doesn't get soggy if you do it right.
That doesn't even make sense.
If you rinse the plate off right.
That does not even make sense. I'm not
you rinse the
have
plate
this
off
argument
right.
with you.
You can put food on the plate.
Rinse
still.
the plate off right. Apply water. Push underwater. What do you mean?
You gotta like shake it off when you.
It's still like.
And then you make your sandwich fast enough that it don't soak up
I'm not
the water.
supposed to play with you. I'm not supposed to play with you.
I have to rinse off everything before I use it. And I would look at it weird if somebody brings me a plate and it has silverware and everything on it. I'm going to look at the silverware super detailed before I eat anything.
I would agree with that. I mean, that's even at restaurants and stuff
it's
like that. I'm like,
I don't like.
Can I get some new silverware?
I don't like water stains.
Oh, he's bougie, y'all. Oh my god.
And I know water stains aren't gonna hurt me because it's literally just water stains. It's not gonna hurt me. It's just water stains. But I will literally rinse it off every time. I don't got time for that. Oh, you talking about bougie? I don't drink tap water.
I don't either.
I don't use individually wrapped cheese.
The processed cheese?
Yeah. Like if it comes in the little packages by
Velveeta?
itself,
yeah,
I don't eat it.
I wouldn't suggest eating it either. We shouldn't be eating any kind of dairy anyway. We're not baby cows. We're just not.
Almond milk.
Almond milk is where it's at. I promise you, it is. You're out here eating dairy, quit. It's disgusting. Oh my god.
Don't tell people that.
Your body doesn't process it.
Some people like their milk.
I love cheese.
And some people still believe in calcium.
Ask yourself why they don't say anymore.
Let them have their strong bones. Let them have their strong bones.
Milk does the body good. They don't say that anymore.
Nobody says milk does the body good.
Nobody got sued.
Nobody has ever said that. Nobody said that. It's.
What did they say,
milk,
Carter?
Something like milk makes your bones strong.
That is not what they said. That is not. Oh my god.
I don't know. But you get strong bones from drinking milk. That's what they said. Let them have their strong bones.
You can get strong bones from other things.
I know.
The human body is an amazing thing.
I know, but let them have their strong bones from their milk. Let them enjoy their bowl of cereal. Leave them people alone. I don't drink it.
But how do you get kicked off of a podcast before a podcast is even started?
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you how. Back to the gender roles.
So you want to jump in your little...
I'm going to be petty for a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to be a little petty for a minute. But I genuinely feel like men and in general just have like this need. I don't know. Well, no, I'm not even. That's wrong to say too, because some women do too. Some strong, very independent women have a need to like just take over and take control of the situation. But don't hear me do something and then be like, "Hey, that's great. That's now mine. That's mine now."
Bruh.
Yeah, that's mine now. What are you saying, bruh, for?
I'm saying, bruh, to you.
Oh, I think it's a valid. It's very valid. I think women get overlooked in the work area. I think men get paid more than women also.
No.
So
dude.
you don't think women are a minority? Like,
no.
Oh my god. I just wish we had some women calling guests right now that literally would help me push this. I do feel like women are a minority.
I don't, but okay.
I feel like your mom's the one for this
I
one.
consider myself as was a somewhat feminist in the equality sense. I feel like women should be respected a lot more. But I don't feel like they're a minority. We're all here. Back to my example.
No! Oh my god! Just because we're here does not make us. Stop. Oh my god.
What? But I didn't say that. We have a question for you.
What?
Do you think women could be considered a minority in the workplace?
No.
Why would you say that?
Because
you don't think
now I see more women in the workplace than I do men.
Oh no, I do. No. In that sense, yes, I would agree. In that sense, we do see more women. I mean, as far as like pay, getting considered for positions the same, in that sense.
No. Because a lot of what I see in a lot of jobs that I worked are pretty much equal scales across the board. It's not like it used to be, but I mean, as now, from what I see, most women actually are getting paid the same, the same type of work. A lot of times they are promoted faster than some of these guys.
Okay, so why do you think that it's gotten to that point?
Women's live. I mean, when women decide to start standing up for their rights and not accepting rights, then the world has to change. It couldn't stay the same.
Okay.
That's fair.
So you don't think it's because men are starting to be lazy? No.
I wouldn't say as much. No. I just feel like women are now more coming into their own. They're coming into their own identities, and they're taking charge of that, and they're taking their power back instead of sitting back and allowing the men to overpower or dominate. They're utilizing I don't want to use the word resources, but they're utilizing their special skills to be able to take their rightful place, to be able to do the things that they want to do.
That sounds like a wise woman speaking. See? Well, thank you for your input. We appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome.
I agree with what she said. I do, to a certain extent. I still think women are still struggling to find that power and that balance in the workplace.
Well, it's not gonna all be perfect and ideal right off the bat. It's gonna take some time, of course. Just like the civil rights movement, it didn't all happen in one day.
No.
I mean, Black Lives Matter movement is still going to this day.
Yeah.
And that's been around for a long time. Yeah, a lot of these, like, people who don't know a lot or don't pay too much attention think that Black Lives Matter movement started like last year. No, it did not start last year. It's been around for a long time. So
I guess just with my personal
doesn't happen
experience,
overnight.
I've had experiences with it. I literally have been at a job for 5 years. Corporate came in, took the company back, was like, oh, you're making that? No, we're going to give you a $5 raise. Give me a $5 raise. I had been there literally for 5 years. Guy had never worked there before, came in, made $4 more than me. Only knew this because I'm the one who did all the paperwork and did all the hard work. Seen it and was like, excuse me, something's wrong here.
Well, I mean,
that make sense. And I was a higher title than him, and he was literally making $4 more than me. And I had been there for 5 years, so I needed to make sense.
okay, that's
This is why I say it's still an ongoing battle in the workplace.
right there.
I won't name the company out loud, even though I want to.
I don't know what I don't know what to say about that. That's a case by case thing. Like, it happens. It's not cool. It's not cool.
Just
by
coincidence.
any
The men
means.
were making more money than the women. Just coincidence.
I didn't say that, but it just kind of depends on the company and how they run things. You can't really. I mean, they're employers there. They get to
Pick and choose.
tweak what they want and do what they want. Unfortunately, it's not always the just and fair way to do things, but what they say, life's not fair.
That's the truth.
That sucks. That really does suck.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Because I know someone, I don't know if I can call them a friend, but they've been with their company for a long time, let's just say. Like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout their entire employment with that company, they've probably been raised like 60 cents.
That's wrong. Like, there's no clear, like, no cutting it any other way.
And people have
not
come
okay.
in. People have come in, just like you said, and got hired on for more than they were making.
Yeah. When they should, yeah, absolutely. That's ridiculous. Somebody should be called out.
Now, things can slightly be explained, like your hiring period. Their starting pay might have just been different at the time of you getting hired and the time of them getting hired. Now, mind you, if your starting pay changes,
then anybody
who's already been working there should get a raise to at least the starting pay. But it doesn't always work that way. Makes sense? The same way with like renting. You could come in and get an apartment for $650 a month. And then they have a 6-month period where their starting rent is $600 a month. And you got a bunch of people come in and get the same exact apartment, set up for $600, and you're still paying $650. Should you get $50 taken off your rent because these new people came in and got the same unit for less? I don't think so. It's just the time that you came in. It's like promo. Promo pays.
Oh
when essential pay from COVID happened, the new hired on people were making more than the other people used to make starting before anyways.
Hazardous pay.
That's what it's called? Mm-hmm. That's what you should call it. Hazardous pay. Because they didn't make nobody feel like they was essential.
No, I mean, think about it. And again, I've said this a million times, like, I was happy that the employees were given this, but all the employees got is hazardous pay. Like, what was it, like an extra $2 or something like that an hour?
Something like that.
Store managers didn't get anything. I didn't get any. We didn't get paid any hazardous pay, and we're literally in those stores more than anybody else. Now, again, I was happy. I was happy that you guys got it. Like, that was great. but store
I
managers got
didn't know
no.
all of that. They should have got at least like a bonus on their check, like
No, what
being
they
that
guaranteed.
salary.
What they guaranteed is if you made, even if you didn't make your sales quota for the month, you would get a bonus. And that only happened twice throughout the whole COVID time. But for somebody like me who meets my sales goals every month and gets a bonus anyway, how is that an incentive for me to feel like it was housed?
On top of it,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you're getting a bonus for not making it, but then you're
Still
still striving
making
to
it
make it.
and
So
getting it right. That's what
that
I'm
little
saying.
bonus,
It was pointless.
you're gonna get it anyways.
Yeah. Which I was just like,
That's garbage.
I was done with the company at that point. Like, oh,
That's
okay.
garbage.
Yeah. Again, I was happy for everybody else. But
That's trash.
I was sitting there working my little 60 hours a week, like,
Getting nothing.
Getting nothing. Rock bottom in there around all that COVID.
That's trash.
That's trash.
That is trash.
Well, I mean, that sucks and everything. It really does. But again, like I said earlier, it's the employers. They're gonna do what they want to do. They have say over what goes on, and then it's like a lot of the time it's like, you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You don't like it, you don't have to be here.
Everybody's replaceable.
Right?
Everybody's replaceable.
Right? So, yeah. I want to take a moment to shout out all of our subscribers. Thank you. Make sure that you're sharing it with your people so that they can hear us as well.
And leaving comments, questions, anything you want to
Leave
hear
your
us talk
comments
about.
and questions. I can guarantee you that if you leave a comment on any of our posts,
we will respond.
We will
address you.
We will answer your question, whether it's right then and there on a reply, or we will bring it up in the show if that's what you ask us to do.
If you want to call in too.
If you want to call in too,
we will
email us.
Yes, and we will get you on.
Email us at planetscandalous@gmail.com. Literally, email your questions and like
let us know you want
come
on. And
literally anything.
We love the chit chat.
We will literally put a shout out on there if that's what you send us. So like,
drop their social media, whatever, what you need. We got you.
Come on with it. Yes, exactly that. So then, when it comes to your quote unquote roles,
Okay.
since we're talking about roles,
Okay.
what about in parenthood when you have a partner or a non-partner in which you share a child with?
Okay.
With let's say with a partner that you share a child with, someone who you actually are with,
Okay.
in relationship or togetherness.
Ooh, I don't know. Like, okay, so just with my personal, I've always been more of like, when I was with the kids' dad, I was always more the nurturer, the fixer, for the most part. And he always played more of the, like, parental, like, don't do that, disciplinary, like everything had to be super strict and this and that. And I was more of the like, oh, it's okay. Drink your Sprite. Like, that's not a big thing.
See, I think that's like subconscious activity. It's like,
And it's not the same with everybody either. Because I'm like both.
I am too. Now that I'm on my own,
My son will literally get whatever the heck he wants to get until he's like doing stuff he's not supposed to, or getting into stuff he's not supposed to. Then I'm the one where he's like, he's gonna sit in his bed until I decide he's coming out. He will literally sit in his bed until I decide he's coming out. But then at the same time, I'm the one that's be like,
Well, how does mom with him? What does she play both roles too?
she just gets annoyed with him because he's a drummer, so he'll beat on everything, especially if he has his drumsticks, and he like throws a fit with her all the time.
I don't know though. Like I find myself now that I'm like on my own, like with the kids and stuff. You and me have talked about it before. Like I always like feel like there's things that Jordan doesn't get from me that he needs from a man. Like I, can't like really like.
I wouldn't say that.
Some things I can't, help him with.
I wouldn't say that because it's like when people say a woman cannot be a father, a mother cannot be a father.
I can be a father to a certain extent, I feel like, but I don't feel like I can give him everything that he would get from a man. I just can't. I'm too emotional. I'm too.
So
I know, but I'm just saying, like, there's things that I
feel
can't
like a woman
give him.
can raise a man.
I do think a woman can raise a man, but I just feel like there's certain things I can't give him that he could get better.
Well, couldn't you?
Better example.
Okay,
from a man.
better example from a man, but that doesn't mean you can't give him.
No, it's kind of like his football. Like I can go out and condition with him. I can go out and throw the ball to him. I can go out and catch the ball from him. I can go do all of those things with him.
What else does he need?
But I'm not good at running.
Football?
I'm not good at running plays. I can't show him how to run a play.
What
When
does
we
that
watch
got
a football
to
team,
do with a man? Because I'm a man. I'm pretty sure I'm a man. And I know nothing about running football plays.
No, but I can't teach him instinctual stuff like that. Like I'm not good at stuff like that.
So how can you
So
say
I
that a
feel like-
man
but
is the one that can do that?
I'm not saying it's necessarily. I'm just saying I'm giving an example of a situation that
Okay,
I feel
so-
like I can't provide for him.
Okay,
that
but
I feel like his coaches could, or a male
Say
figure
you-
could.
Why does that have? Why does a male figure have to be football? Because say you had a sister, what if she just watched football all the time?
Well, power to her. Shit.
She knew all of it.
Come sit
She
down
could
and
do it.
Yeah, well, she could.
That doesn't mean it has to be a male figure
but
to teach him
he's
football.
not getting it right now. He can't get
That's
that
because
from
you don't
me.
know. That's because you don't know enough about football to do it.
I understand that.
But I'm
You're
saying,
missing
if
what I'm
you
saying.
did,
You're not picking up what I'm putting down. If I did, then I could provide that for him. But I don't, so I can't provide that for him. And I feel like more times out of not, a man sits down and watches football a lot more than I do. A male figure in general, even his coaches.
Other people, I would say.
Oh
Because
my God,
cousin,
you are so.
No, look. Hear me out. My
Like-
cousin is football fanatic, more of a Cowboy fanatic. But I'm sure she could teach her son
I'm
football,
sure she could. I'm absolutely sure
plays,
she
and all
could.
types of stuff. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a male figure
But that's your opinion.
to do that.
No, it doesn't
It's
have
not
to
an
be.
opinion.
And
It's
but that's your perspective, which makes it an
there.
opinion.
You go. No, actually, no.
Perspective is.
Perspective is
oh my
not
God.
opinion.
Should we
Perspective
look
is
this
not-
up?
Perspective is not opinion.
What is perspective then?
Perspective is just another way of seeing it.
Well, in my perspective, there are certain things that I think Jordan would get more of a idea from a male figure. There's just not some things. I don't know. I just can't provide some things. Males are usually very factual, and I am not. I'm emotional. And I want him to be able to relate to something. But here we are, got him in this house full of nothing but females. He feels like he's always getting yelled at and the girls are always picking on him.
Let's stop playing. Not all these dudes out here is tough. Not all of them out here is tough. Believe me. Seriously. Cause like, half of these tough guys out here, you put them up against Ronda Rousey.
I'm like, why would you pick her?
You put 'em up
they
against,
wouldn't even go against her. Like, they
put 'em
wouldn't even
up
get in the
against-
ring with her.
You put them up against Serena Williams. Period. Come on now.
I feel like you feel some kind
You
of
put
way
him up
about
against
her.
my baby sister. Try it. No. Come on. You put him up against my 10-year-old sister. Come on now. She's vicious.
Put some fear in a man and a grown man. So a man doesn't mean tough.
And when I say
Woman
that,
doesn't mean
hold
emotional.
on. I didn't mean when I said there's things that I feel like I can't provide for him. I wasn't talking about tough things
Well, yeah.
in general. I'm talking about other things too. I'm not talking about making him tough. He's tough on his own. But I mean just other things like, you know, like I want him to know, like, I feel like, not that you're about to crucify me right now when I say this, but I just feel like it is nice when the man equally supports the woman financially and in everything.
Yeah.
I just don't want him to ever feel like, you know, like that's an unacceptable thing. Like, and I feel like not seeing a male role model do that would give him the perspective that maybe he doesn't have to do that.
Okay,
And so I'm constantly like find myself drilling into him. Hey, like just because you don't see it doesn't mean this isn't how it's supposed to be.
Imagine he grows up and he marries like a multi-billionaire woman.
God, cross your fingers, Carter.
And he just
Cross your
and he
fingers.
just bow. He ain't gotta do nothing financial.
I'm enjoying
None of
traveling.
that. Don't gotta do nothing financial. For nothing.
I was so
You just
expected
spent
to.
all that time teaching. You want him to get a job and his wife is a multi-billionaire?
I didn't say he had to get a job, but why wouldn't he why would he not still be productive? Why would you still not do something?
Well,
Start
doing
your own
something,
business,
yeah, but what the heck do
working
you
on your
need
own
to? You're a
things. Doesn't need
multi-billionaire.
to, but having that mentality that being productive is the way to be. God, good Lord. If
Not
you
around
married a
and
multimillionaire,
get fat.
you would just quit everything?
I wouldn't sit and get fat, but I'm not going to work either.
Oh, wow.
I would spend a lot of time in the gym, spend a lot of time making content, just
Hey, do you think this allows her cheat passes?
doing stupid stuff.
There are worse things that
Cheating
you can do
isn't about
to me than
you.
cheat on me.
It's about them.
I don't care about money anyways. I can literally be broke with somebody and be cool. I mean, I'm broke now. I'm chilling. But like, I'm legit chilling. Cheating is not the worst thing you can do to me. Literally. So, I'm not tripping.
Do you think the idea...
I'm not tripping. I'm gonna call you out, but I'm not tripping.
Oh, I'm calling somebody out.
I'm not ready to die over it or lose my mind over it, but
And probably wouldn't even call somebody out on it. Not at first. I would just watch it unravel
I'm gonna
and
be
play.
like,
And then when it's convenient for me to bring it up, I'm gonna be like,
how's that
yeah.
working out for you?
Oh, wow. Trying to throw shade. You know, Carter, I'm starting to feel like this is a debate.
The Shady Planet. No. But, no, that's, come on now. Make some sense. Make some sense.
But yes, if you feel the same way as me and cheating is not the worst thing you can do to somebody, what would you say the worst thing somebody can do to you in a relationship? Just comment that and say What is? What is?
Well, I think we both would agree with
What's
it
the
is.
worst thing? What's the worst thing that somebody can do to you
Lying.
that's not cheating? And I'd say that's lying.
Because, I mean, lying just covers so many, like...
Just if you lie about one thing,
thing. What else? What would you lie about? Like, literally,
honestly,
if I call you...
everything that
and
you ever said
was a lie.
just may be a lie because you've proven that you
Or a
have the
liar.
ability to lie.
Yeah, like, it's weird. Like, there's some things that people lie about that you shouldn't just... That are no reasons to lie.
Like, that makes no sense to lie about it.
Like, I would feel no indifferent about
You
if you
lying
were
for
honest with me. And even more than that, like, I find it, like... I'm going to have more respect for you, even if what you're telling me hurts, or is like, I'm going to have more likeliness to be forgiving towards it.
I'm so chill and nonchalant about a lot of things that half the things that I'm lied to about, I never cared about in the first place. So it's like you're lying because you think I'm going to feel some type of way. In reality,
I don't.
actually care. Like, I don't.
Do you believe some people would rather be lied to, though, than know the truth?
I don't give a crap. That's another. Well, I didn't mean to say it like that, but like I did mean to say it like that.
Why are you being apologetic? Don't do that.
I didn't apologize. I
Don't
did not
do that.
apologize.
Don't be apologetic.
I'm saying, like, I don't actually care about if other people would rather be lied to. Because what the heck do I have to lie about in the first place? What do I have to lie about?
Well, it's like
I
if
mean-
a woman asks you, does this dress make me look fat?
Does it
Carter.
does it make her look fat?
Yeah, like just hey,
Does it make her look fat? If it makes you look fat, it makes you look fat.
okay, that's not you answering it, so
That is me
that's
answering
you
it.
tiptoeing around it and not
No,
saying
No,
it.
I'm not saying that's what I would say to her. If she asked me, does this dress make me look fat?
Then you're saying, yeah, it does.
If the dress makes her look fat, I'm going to say, yes, it makes you look. I don't call people fat, but I'd say
it's not becoming on you.
the dress becoming the dress.
I didn't know how bougie you were gonna go here.
I
so.
would say like I don't know, but I would just tell her. I don't call people fat. But I would just be like,
It's not the cutest thing I've seen on you.
I don't know. Just it kind of depends on who it is and how I'm feeling at that time. Because I just might be like, it doesn't make you look skinny, or the dress does make you look rounder or more. Yeah.
Oh.
Or I would just say, yeah, a bit.
We're talking about lying. How do you feel about parents lying to kids about Santa Claus?
Well, if I'm going to talk about Santa Claus to a kid, I'm going to tell the kid the truth. Santa Claus was a real person. The idea was a real person, but he's dead. He died a long time ago.
Why did you just kill Christmas?
I didn't kill Christmas. I told the truth.
Oh my god.
The idea or the concept of Santa Claus, he was a real guy. But he died a long time ago. He's not immortal.
And his
he got
spirit
old
lives
and
on.
died. He got old and died eventually.
And his spirit lives on through Christmas.
He was a real person. He was a real person. Of course, he didn't go around the entire world, but he was a real person in some place that actually delivered presents to kids through the night, but he eventually died. What do I have to lie for? Especially about something like that. Eventually, if you don't tell them the truth anyways, eventually they're going to call you on your BS. and
I know.
never believe that Santa
Mine just
Claus is
graduated
real.
to elves.
Elves are creepy. I don't fool with elves.
One year I just pop up and I'm like, "Are you ready to graduate to an elf?" Time to go.
No, I don't fool with them. Tooth Fairy's also creepy. Like, who came up with that?
I'm a terrible tooth fairy.
Something comes and takes your teeth. Something comes and takes your teeth.
Oh yeah, that
The
is
heck?
creepy. That is really creepy. But I always forget to go take the tooth. And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, "Mom,
Yeah,
they
no.
didn't take my tooth." And
I'm
I'm
not
like,
doing none of that.
"Here's $2. Hand me your tooth, and I'll
I
make sure
must
she
be-
gets it."
I must just be bad then because
You're not bad. It's just
I'm not doing all of that. I'm gonna clown you because you got a gap in your mouth now. Until you grow it back. I love making fun of kids. It's all in good. It's all in good. Good spirits and stuff. Though. I'm not just like crushing kids' souls and feelings, but I'm gonna tell you. You look weird. You got a hole in your mouth. That's what you get, stuff. You know that candy. Even though your teeth come out as kids, whether you eat candy or not, that's just what happens. Well, anyways, to wrap that up, do not forget to share this to your people. Put them on. Again, share it to your people and have them listen to it. And go back to our first episode on social media and listen to that too. And go back and comment on that if you didn't, because we want to know what you thought about the things we talked about.
comment on everything.
Now, I
Ask
know,
questions.
I know y'all heard us drop some questions for y'all to answer, so there needs to be some comments in there. Seriously. Support us. We'll support y'all. Email us
Talk to us and we talk back.
Email us at scandalousplanet@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at scandalousplanet. Follow our page on Facebook,
Instagram
at scandalousplanet, and Instagram at scandalousplanet. Hit my Cash App at no, just playing.
Wow, I was like, wow, that turned dark really quick.
No, I'm just playing, but
we do accept gifts though. We do.
Where? Nobody cares. Anyways,
Yet. They will.
Yes, for real. Just communicate with us.
We need calling guests.
We'll talk
We'll
back.
put you on the show.
Definitely email us, comment on all of this stuff, and just share it and enjoy it. So, yeah.
Yep.
This is Owen W. Carter,
And MK.
and you're listening to
Scandalous
Scandalous
Plan.
Planet Podcast.